of what we can do with this, or what you can do with the belt, or any kind of flexible weapon of opportunity you may find. You know, you're at work, there's a cable on the floor, there's a crazy guy, and you don't have time to react to do anything else. Boom, you grab it. Okay? It works very well against empty hands. It works very well against multiple opponents. Why? Because once I have wrapped him, okay, I'm here, I will use him as a shield. So if the other guy is coming at me here with like a dangerous camera, I'm gonna keep him with me. Of course, I'm gonna hit the groins a little bit, you know, to make the meat a little tender, but I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna take a knee, okay, and I'm gonna keep control of that guy. So that can help me for a split second. I'm not gonna hide behind the guy for an hour, but just for a split second, the guy's gonna be with me. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna go after the other guy. So there's tons of things we can do with that. Really, a lot of stuff we can do, and we will. I want to talk really quick before we go to something else. I want to talk really quick about the physiology of violence, or the body language of violence. In our system, we have a side program which is called RED, R-E-D. RED stands for Recognize and Escape Danger. And it's actually a counterterrorism program that I put together first for law enforcement and special forces units, but we've declined it for the general public. So basically, we use some of the concepts we use in counterterrorism to make it accessible to anybody. And the D for danger originally was, okay, terrorist attack or active shooter, you know, the big things. But it can be used for anything, for bully, for an earthquake, anything, any dangerous situation, anything, whether it's natural or man-created, there's always a before, a during, and an after. And too many times in martial arts, we train only for the during, and we forget two super important parts, the before and the after. There is a physiology of violence. There are things, there are cues you can recognize. And I train actually my guys in reading body language, microfacial expressions, situational awareness, all those things that concerns the before of an attack to make sure you can deal with it as appropriately as possible. When it's almost too late, you're in the before, but few seconds before the before. The guy's here, maybe there's a gang with him, maybe there's several of them, and he's here, and you know it's gonna be your birthday. Whether he grabs you or not, it doesn't matter. The guy has a certain way to position himself, a certain body language in order to make sure I understand he's the alpha. Every confrontation, or most confrontations, starts with psychological warfare. It starts with me trying to impress you, or to feel good about my ego, or to make fun of you in front of my friends. There's always some kind of dominant, submissive relationship. And the position he's gonna have before he attacks me is dominant. Okay? Dominant, what it is 2 feet on the same size to be as tall as I can. If I step back, I'm not as tall. If my 2 feet are parallel, I'm a little taller. My chest is out. I'm gonna look at you in the eyes, and my shoulders are gonna be open. That's the dominant position. You know what? When he's doing this, you can push me or just try to influence me or whatever. When he's doing this, he's in a dominant body language, dominant position. From this position, he cannot generate power. When you're here and you punch, there's nothing. You need to step back to put your hips into it and to generate power. So there's not a lot of power you can generate from this position except the headbutt. So you have to be careful with that headbutt, but the rest, you need at some point to be one leg slightly forward in order to generate power. A lot of time, what those idiots on the street do is they're gonna be in a dominant position, and just before they punch you, they're gonna pretend they drop it. They're gonna pretend they leave, you know, and boom, they're gonna come. Okay, so you need to have a step back or forward, but in most cases back, in order to generate power. So you know when the guy is here trying to impress you, just play dumb, don't worry about it. Try to de-escalate. It's not when he's gonna hit. Just be careful with that headbutt. So don't be like this. Okay, you wanna be here. Okay, I don't want any problem. Okay. The moment the guy stays back, whether it's to pretend he's dropping it or just to talk to his friend, look at this idiot, bam, he's gonna come. Okay. So the moment he steps back, okay, be in front of me and step back. Boom, that's where I go. because you know it's coming. Okay? So that's the moment where I'm gonna attack. So taking this into consideration, we're just gonna play with it for a minute just to wrap up all the concept that we've done so far. There's no knife here in the equation, but it's only because I don't see it. Remember what we said yesterday? I always pretend there's a knife even if I don't see any. Okay? The moment he's gonna push, play with me, make fun of me, bully me, whatever, I'm gonna have my hands up and I'm okay, I don't want any trouble. You know, I'm gonna play not the victim, but not trying to be the alpha. I'm not gonna challenge him in his psychological game, but I don't want him to think, okay, I can eat it alive, he's mine. I'm neutral. I'm Switzerland. And the moment he steps away, if I know, you know, we have a feeling. I know he's gonna punch, or I know he's really dropping it, and I'm good. So the moment he steps back and makes fun of me, that's where I go. Okay, I'm gonna slap the neck. That's my first reflex, because when you touch neck, eyes, or genitals, there's a mental freeze that happens for a split second. Those are such high targets, important targets, that we have evolved throughout our history as a species to overprotect the groin, the throat, and the eyes. Okay, so if I go there, he's gonna freeze for a split second, even though I didn't hurt him, but from now I can really attack. Same thing with the neck. If he turns and pretend to drop it, you're just gonna slap the carotid artery, and from this position, maybe you can go and attack and do your thing. Okay, and same thing with the groins. But when he steps away like this, I don't really have access. Maybe here, but it's not the best. Okay, so the moment he goes, I'm just gonna hit the throat, and from here you're gonna do what you know best. Your jiu-jitsu, your boxing, whatever. Here I'm gonna just punch. Here I have the groins. Maybe taking down here, a nice knee, whatever you want to do. Okay, I just want you to play with that for 2 minutes. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on it. I just want one of you to be the asshole and then pretend, and boom, yes, that's it, and fire. That's it. Please don't take me down. All right, you try.